introduce me to your guest. Over on this side.
Hi, I'm Dad.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
And my mom's out there.
Sister?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Nice to
My
meet you.
mother's out there.
Great. All right. Thanks for being here. And you?
That's my mom.
Well, you know, it's always great to see family members and loved ones here. It's you know, I was 17 years old when I enlisted in the Army as an infantry private.
Hoorah.
And my parents were baling hay in upstate New York, so they couldn't make it. And so there I was, alone and unafraid, without this, you know, everybody here. So that's why it's good for me to see this. But you know, first of all, this is their ceremony, you know. But their success here on this floor is really indicative of the hard work and effort that you put into them as parents and influencers. You know, it's such a tremendous work that you've done. So, you know, I'm congratulating them, but I'm also thanking you for your efforts. We make sure that people are mentally, physically, and morally qualified to serve in this nation's military. Sounds very simple when you put it in those 3 words. But the mental qualifications is passing the ASVAB test, which they've already done, but also a high school diploma. You know, it sounds very simple there as well, but 12 years of schooling, if you can remember all that and the hard work that you played in that, you know, that's a monumental feat, 12 years of schooling. Think about how many times you had to smack the video game controller out of their hands and say, look, it's time to do some homework because you got a test on Friday. Or on those cold winter mornings when they wanted to sleep in, you were the one to drag them out of bed and say, look, you're going to school because you have a responsibility. You know, that's what you brought to their success. And the responsibility that you instilled in them is what they're going to take with them throughout their military career. So well done on that mental qualifications. The physical qualifications also equally as important. You know, there's a lot of things that are outside of our control as parents, as far as the physical qualifications, but just thinking about how many times you had to show them the right way to be safe. You know, this is how you hold a knife so you don't stab yourself in the face. This is how you hold a chainsaw, you know, so you don't cut your arm off. But, you know, something as simple as driving safely all those years, you know, to ensure that they were never in any major car accidents or incidents that would otherwise disqualify them. You know, there's people that show up for military service and when they were 13 years old, they got in a car accident and they can't move this little finger. You know, sorry, I love you, but got nothing for you because you're not physically qualified. So, you know, well done in that category. But the last part is the moral qualifications. You know, we got their fingerprints and sent them off to the FBI background database, and they said everything is good to go. So that means there's no felonies, convictions, charges, criminal misconduct that would otherwise disqualify them. But also, there's no drug charges or alcohol-related incidents that really disqualify thousands of young men and women throughout America. And I'd like to think it was your example that showed them the straight and narrow path to walk on to get here fully qualified in all categories. So the success that they have today, getting ready to start their adventure, is really a direct reflection of all the effort that you put into their success. So thank you for that. All right, but for you, you know, you're all for a great adventure. And I'm going to keep my speech very short for you because once they start yelling at you, you're going to forget everything that I say. All right, so, but I do have 3 things I need you to remember. First one is never quit and never give up. You know, you're going to be challenged, tested both mentally and physically. And there may come a time when you find yourself cold, hungry, tired, and wet. Those are the big 4 that we have to overcome sometimes. But no matter how miserable it gets, remember that America has a lot invested in you, and America expects a lot from you as defenders of our freedom and our way of life. So no matter what, never quit and never give up. Second thing is to live a values-based life. Our values are loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. You need to internalize those values and make them part of everything that you do, and always live a values-based life. The third thing to remember is to do your best no matter what. You will be known by your actions, so you need to make them good actions, your best actions. So whether you're doing a ceremony for the president or picking up trash on the side of the road, you need to give 100% of your best effort. You'll either be known as a hard worker and a valued member of the team, or a turd. Don't be a turd. All right? Be the person that everybody wants on their team because of your positive work ethic, your positive attitude, and your ability to accomplish the mission. And the fact that your friends, your peers, and superiors know that you're always going to do your best no matter what. All right, can you remember those 3 things?
Yes, sir.
Great, what's the first one? Got you. I told you to remember. Yeah, I didn't even yell at you. Never quit and never give up. Right? Never quit, never give up. Second one is to live a values-based life. And the third one, this should be easy for you.
Do your best at everything.
Do your best no matter what. If you can't remember that, just don't be a turd. Very good. As been briefed on, do you understand the DoD applicant briefing on separation policy, restrictions on personal conduct in the armed forces, and UCMJ Articles 83, 85, and 86?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions, reservations, or reluctance to enlist at this time?
No, sir.
Is everybody a little bit nervous?
Yes, sir.
Good, you should be. There'd be something wrong if you weren't, because this is going to change the rest of your life. But you'll look back and say it's one of the best decisions that you ever made. So I want you and everybody else in the room to take a nice deep breath and let it out. Good. And you guys can move around and take pictures, whatever you like. Group, attention, home. Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your full name.
I,
Do solemnly swear.
do solemnly swear
That I will support and defend.
that I will support and
The
defend
Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States
Against all enemies.
against all enemies,
Foreign and domestic.
foreign and domestic,
That I will bear true faith.
that I will bear true faith
And allegiance to the same.
and allegiance to the same,
And that I will obey the orders.
and that I will obey the orders
Of the President of the United States.
of the President of the United States
And the orders of the officers.
and the orders of the officers
Appointed over me.
appointed over me,
According to regulations.
according to regulations
And the Uniform Code.
and the Uniform Code
Of military justice.
of military justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
At ease, put your hand down. Congratulations. You are now the newest members of the most powerful military in the history of mankind. Well done.